Welcome back to the channel. We are about to dive into Omerta, the code of silence for the Mafia and a few of the men who broke it. But first, please like and subscribe to the channel. Omerta is a code of silence that has long been associated with organized crime, particularly the Mafia. This code emphasizes loyalty, secrecy, and prohibits members from cooperating with law enforcement or disclosing any information about criminal activities. The origins of Omerta can be traced back to the Sicilian Mafia in the 19th century, where it was seen as a way to protect the organization and its members from the authorities. Over time, the code has become a central part of Mafia culture and has been adopted by organized crime groups around the world. Omerta is often enforced through intimidation and violence, and those who break the code are considered traitors and can face severe consequences. The code has made it difficult for law enforcement to investigate or prosecute organized crime cases, as witnesses are often reluctant to come forward. The first man to break this rule was Joseph Valachi. Valachi was a notorious mobster who ultimately became famous for breaking the Mafia's code of silence and testifying against his former associates. Valachi was born in New York City in 1903 and became involved in organized crime at a young age. He joined the Genovese crime family and rose through the ranks to become a close associate to boss Vito Genovese. In the early 1960s, Valachi was arrested on charges unrelated to organized crime and was sent to prison. While in prison, Valachi became convinced that his associates were plotting to kill him, and he decided to become an informant for the FBI. In 1963, Valachi testified before a Senate committee about the inner workings of the Mafia, revealing details about its structure, rituals, and code of silence. His testimony was a major blow to the Mafia. Valachi died in prison in 1971, but his legacy as the first mobster to break the code of silence lives on. Another was Joseph "Joey" Massino. Massino was a prominent American mobster who became the boss of the Bonanno crime family, one of the 5 families that dominate organized crime in New York City. Massino was born in Queens, New York in 1943 and became involved in organized crime at a young age. He rose through the ranks of the Bonanno family and became a capo regime, or captain, in the 1980s. In the early 1990s, Massino became acting boss of the family and was instrumental in the assassination of boss Philip Rostelli. In 1993, Massino became the official boss of the Bonanno family and oversaw a period of growth and prosperity for the organization. In the early 2000s, Massino and several other Mafia bosses were arrested and charged with various crimes. In 2005, Massino became the first sitting boss of a New York Mafia family to become an informant, testifying against several of his former associates. The last and worst of all is Salvatore "Sammy the Bull" Gravano. Gravano is one of the most notorious mobsters in American history. Born in Brooklyn in 1945, Gravano grew up in the Bensonhurst neighborhood and was drawn to a life of crime at a young age. He quickly rose through the ranks of the Gambino crime family and became one of John Gotti's closest associates. Gravano was known for his ruthless reputation and violent tactics, and was allegedly involved in numerous murders and other criminal activities. However, in 1991, Gravano decided to turn informant and testify against his former associates, becoming one of the highest-ranking mobsters to ever cooperate with the government. Gravano's decision to become an informant got convictions on Gotti and numerous other Mafia members, and he eventually went into the witness protection program. Despite his infamy, Gravano's life story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of organized crime and the consequences of betraying the Mafia's code of silence. While it has enduring significance in the criminal underworld, Omerta has been challenged in recent years by increased law enforcement efforts and the growing use of wiretaps and other surveillance technologies. Nevertheless, the code remains a powerful force in the world of organized crime and continues to shape its dynamics and operations. If you like the content, please like and subscribe.